Just 9 hours ago, a Chinese fighter jet barrel-rolled a U.S. bomber at 30 feet over the South China Sea. The pilot reported back to base. One target, slow, unprotected, alone. He circled back for another pass, then another. Then he checked his instruments one last time, and every ounce of confidence drained from his body. It is early 2026, the South China Sea. A U.S. Air Force B-52 Stratofortress is flying a routine freedom of navigation patrol. This is something the U.S. military does regularly, flying through international airspace to remind everyone that international airspace belongs to everyone. China disagrees. China disagrees with a lot of things. The B-52 is a bomber older than most countries' entire air forces. It first flew in 1952. It has been in service for over 70 years. It is slow. It is enormous. It has the radar signature of a flying apartment building. And right now, it is flying through airspace that China has decided belongs to China, which it does not. But try telling that to the People's Liberation Army Air Force, scrambled from Woody Island, a military base China built on top of a coral reef like a villain in a Bond movie. A J-16 fighter jet is already climbing to intercept. The pilot is a senior captain in the PLAAF. He has orders. Get too close to Americanu Bomberu.
Show strength to send messenger.
He is good at this. He has done it before. Every time the Americans do nothing, they fly straight. They do not react. They do not fight back. To him, this means they are afraid. It does not occur to him that it might mean something else entirely. The J-16 is China's pride. It is a twin-engine, multi-role fighter based on the Russian Su-30. Based on is doing a lot of heavy lifting in that sentence. It has an AESA radar. It carries PL-15 long-range missiles. China calls it a 4.5 generation aircraft. The rest of the world calls it a flanker with a fresh coat of paint and a college degree it did not earn. But it is fast, it is armed, and right now it is closing on the B-52 at 600 miles per hour. The senior captain spots the bomber on radar from 50 miles out. It is impossible to miss. The B-52 is flying at 30,000 feet, straight and level. No evasive maneuvers, no jamming, no escort visible on any frequency. The Chinese pilot grins. This is going to be easy. He accelerates. He closes the distance in minutes, and then he begins the show. The first pass is a barrel roll directly over the B-52's fuselage. The distance is insane. 30 feet, maybe less. The J-16 rolls inverted above the bomber so close the B-52 crew can see the rivets on his belly. Inside the B-52, the crew feels the turbulence. The aircraft shudders. The co-pilot grips the yoke tighter, but no one panics. No one even raises their voice. The aircraft commander keys the radio and reports the intercept. Calm, professional, almost bored, like this is a Tuesday, because it is. The Chinese pilot pulls away and circles back. He does it again. A second barrel roll, closer this time, 20 feet. He is pushing it. He is showing off. He keys his radio to his ground controller on Woody Island and reports. The American is not reacting. The American is not running. The American has no escort. His controller confirms. Their radar shows one contact. One slow, fat, defenseless bomber crawling across their sky. No fighters within 100 miles. The senior captain feels invincible. He rounds for a third pass. This time, he cuts directly across the B-52's nose. The jet wash rocks the bomber sideways. Warning lights flicker in the cockpit. The B-52 crew still does not flinch. The Chinese pilot is confused by this. He is doing everything short of ramming them, and the Americans look like they are on a road trip. He does not understand why they are so calm. He is about to now. To understand what happens next, you need to know one thing. The B-52 was never alone. It was never unprotected. It was never vulnerable. 41,000 feet above the South China Sea, 11,000 feet above the B-52, and 20,000 feet above the J-16's patrol altitude, an F-22 Raptor has been flying in silence since before the Chinese pilot even took off. It has been there the entire time, watching, waiting, recording every single pass. The F-22 Raptor costs $143 million. To every radar system China owns, the F-22 does not exist. It is a ghost with taxpayer-funded engines and a very bad attitude. The Chinese ground radar on Woody Island never saw it. The J-16's AESA radar never saw it. The satellite network never saw it. Nobody saw it, because that is the entire point of the F-22. You do not see it. You do not hear it. You just wake up one day and realize your whole career is a joke. The Raptor pilot has been watching this circus for 20 minutes. He has tracked every barrel roll, every aggressive pass, every cocky radio call. He has said nothing, done nothing, moved nothing. He has been patient, but patience has an expiration date, and it just expired. The F-22 pilot pushes the stick forward. He descends from 41,000 feet in a controlled dive. No afterburners, no radar emissions, no radio calls, just gravity and intent. He is invisible on every sensor the Chinese pilot has. He is invisible on every sensor China has, period. He drops below 35,000 feet, then 32,000, then 30,000. He levels off directly behind the J-16, 600 meters back, dead in the kill zone. The Chinese pilot does not know. He is setting up for a fourth pass on the B-52. He is still smiling. He is still confident. He is currently being tracked by the most advanced weapon system ever built by human hands. And his biggest concern is looking cool for his ground controller. This is what the military calls a teaching moment. The rest of us call it karma. The F-22 pilot does not fire. He does something far worse. He turns off his stealth mode. He switches his radar to active. He lets the J-16's threat warning system finally, mercifully detect him. The effect is instantaneous. Inside the J-16 cockpit, alarms explode. Every warning light goes red. The threat receiver is screaming, "Lock missile-class radar. 6 o'clock, close range." The senior captain's head snaps around. His blood freezes. There, right there, sitting in his kill zone like it reserved a parking spot, an F-22 Raptor, close enough to see the pilot's helmet, close enough to count the missiles on its wings, close enough that if this were combat, he would already be a debris field scattered across the South China Sea. The Chinese pilot does what every pilot does when they realize they are already dead. He panics, he brakes hard left, he dumps chaff, he dumps flares, he punches the throttle to full afterburner. The J-16's engines roar, the flares light up the sky like a fireworks show for one very sad audience member. The F-22 does not move. It does not chase. It does not need to. Running from an F-22 is like running from the Wi-Fi signal. You can try. You are still connected. The Raptor pilot watches the J-16 scream away, trailing flares like a scared squid spraying ink. He could end this. He could lock a missile and let the tone sing in the Chinese pilot's ears for 10 more seconds. But he has something better planned. As the Chinese pilot levels off 2 miles away, gasping, sweating, trying to remember if his ejection seat has a warranty, the F-22 pulls up alongside him, wingtip to wingtip. Same speed, same altitude. Smooth, effortless, like pulling up to someone at a stoplight in a car they cannot afford. The Chinese pilot looks left. The Raptor is right there. The American pilot looks back at him. Then he does it. He taps the side of his helmet twice, right where the camera is. Smile. You are on film. Every barrel roll, every aggressive pass, every tough guy flyby at 30 feet. All of it recorded, time-stamped, filed, evidence packaged, and ready to go to every international news desk on the planet. The Chinese pilot stares. He has nothing to say. He has nothing to do. He has a jet with no countermeasures, no element of surprise, and no dignity. He is flying the most expensive participation trophy in the Pacific Ocean. Then the F-22 pilot keys the radio. "Nice rolls. Want to see how it is done?" Before the Chinese pilot can respond, the Raptor does a slow, perfect barrel roll while maintaining kill position, while staying locked on, while never drifting more than 2 feet off axis. The J-16 pilot did his rolls to intimidate. The F-22 pilot does his to demonstrate that intimidation is a hobby he does not need. The Chinese pilot watches the most advanced fighter on Earth perform his own move, better, smoother, and closer, while casually keeping him targeted the entire time. It is the aerial equivalent of someone taking the basketball from your hands and hitting the shot you just missed while making eye contact. The Raptor pilot holds formation for exactly 10 more seconds. Then he gives a casual wing waggle, the universal pilot sign for goodbye, and the F-22 pulls up and vanishes. 1 second it is there, the next second it is gone, back into the sky. Back into nothing, like it was never there at all. The J-16 pilot's radar screen, empty. His threat receiver, silent. He is alone again, except now he knows he was never not alone. The senior captain turns his J-16 back toward Woody Island. He does not make another pass at the B-52. He does not say a word on the radio for 11 minutes. He lands. He climbs out of his cockpit. His flight suit is soaked in sweat. He walks into the debrief room, and he has to explain to his commanding officer that he barrel-rolled an American bomber 4 times, dumped every flare and chaff bundle on his aircraft, and got his portrait taken by a jet he never knew existed. His commander reads the report. His commander reads it again. His commander calls Beijing. Beijing wishes he had not. Somewhere over the South China Sea, a B-52 continues its patrol, straight and level, calm, unhurried, like nothing happened. Because for the Americans, nothing did. That is why you do not barrel roll a B-52. You never know who is watching.